Hello and welcome to the Library of a Nuclear Physicist. We are starting with the first item in the library. I decided that this would be Jerry's notebook from Yale. He's got several of them, but this one has a lot in it, and so I just wanted to kind of open it up as a as a first thing to do. So um, first off, the cover. I don't know what color this was originally. It kind of seems really worn down. Honestly, this lasts way longer than I expect a notebook like this to last. So the cardboard is a lot thicker than the cardboard for notebooks whenever I was in school, any type of school. This is like really hard chipboard, almost masonite in quality. And the paper is higher quality too. So at this time he's in ROTC, it looks like. So I'm guessing this is undergrad. Um, and we might get a year in here, we might not. It just depends. Um, let's see, this tab here. It's kind of hard to read. I'm gonna have to look at it close up. Um, yeah, I can't really get it very well. I'd have to have somebody else look at it. What's really getting my attention is the stuff back here, because he kind of stuffed a whole bunch of stuff into this one notebook, or someone did at some point. And um, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I do want you to see what it is that he has when it comes to his handwritten notes for. This is obviously some sort of chemistry. Um, and this is it looks like a typewritten sheet. Maybe it was um, a duplicate of some sort. Yeah, mimeographed. It looks like, because it looks like ink. Problems for elementary organic chemistry. Okay, so this is organic chemistry. Um, and there you can see like the title at the top here. You've got I guess this is him doing the answers. I can't really tell if it's graded or not. You know, don't have a huge background in organic chemistry. Um, there is work that's on the back. He actually has notes back here where he worked out some problems. Um, so this would have been like his early academic work. Um, Again, just gonna kind of go carefully through these. I mean, they're all like it's just really neat to see these. I don't really have any context for them, but it's feels like picking through history because it is. So here's more organic chemistry I can see up here, or chem. Um, and the paper is like, different types of scraps of paper. I don't know how, like, if it were lighter whenever it started out its life, or if it was always this color or what. I don't know how often this was even looked through whenever Jerry had it himself. Since they're so old, these are like from the 40s. Um, 0544. I don't know. That's not really a date. That must have been like the unit, like whatever it was for. So I want to kind of advance through this a little faster. I don't want to go through every single thing in here. I want to kind of skip ahead to where the paper changes a little bit. Here we've got another printout with some more homework done on it. Oh, Thursday. I hope he made it on time. 80 years ago. It's just doing his work. organic chemistry. Yeah, all these different types of just random papers as scrap for notes. It's just really neat. Name, subject. Oh, this is like a blue book examination or something. It's like the cover from it. So he just used that as leftover chemistry notes. These are kind of falling apart as I'm looking through them. So at some point I will be seeing about getting these preserved in a much better form than how they are now. I don't know how they were kept until they got to my place. Probably in some sort of dry warehouse. I'm sure that it didn't help for the paper quality. But I'd really like to preserve them, and also I'd like to digitize them so people could have them for reference or for whatever. I don't know how useful this is, but I think it's really, really interesting to see someone's schoolwork from almost 100 years ago, who ended up like working on nuclear submarines. Also, I just like love the handwriting. So, gonna kind of get through the rest of these. It's pretty much the same throughout. Looks like a lot of the same work on the same type of problems, which makes sense. This looks a little bit different. Cyclopentadiene. Like we've got a different kind of getting these rhombus shapes instead of the hexagons. Might be working on crystalline structures at this point. I know that he specialized in crystallography and crystalline structures. He's got a lot of papers on it as well. Here's stuff in pen. I always like seeing the ink pens because it's like kind of a... We don't have pens like this anymore. This is before like the petroleum pen ink. This is actual ink from an ink pen. Let's see. He's looking through some German chemistry books, I think. Biochemistry. Whitmore, Karen. And then there's just the rest of the notebook to go through, really. Here we've got blue pencil. Like he was in the engineering department using tools over there at that time. If the lights did not work and an electrician was not on hand, that might then the performance was called off. That night, then the performance was called off. If the company's receipts have not dropped below the expected figure, then the performance was not called off. The lights did not work. If an... I can't quite tell what that says. If an electrician was not on hand that night, then the company's receipts have dropped below the expected figure. W equals lights worked, E equals electrician was on hand, P equals performance was called off, D equals company's receipts have dropped. So he's having to take apart a word problem and put it into an equation form, it looks like. Range of variables, human beings, elements of the group, rational numbers. It's over here. So this is him learning math. Let's see. We've got getting some, like, I guess Greek figures now. There's like backwards and forwards E's and L's. So, not the usual letters I'm used to. Is this differential equations? Consider diff. Yeah, here's some Greek letters over here. And I'm going to get us to the end. At some point I will look through this in full. I've been kind of scared to open it, to be honest, so I sort of did it on camera, I guess. There's more of this nice blue pencil. I just love seeing math written like this. It gives me hope that I could ever do it. Let upper limit be variable. Denote by t, then we have two functions of t. Oh, here we're getting to graphing. That's fun. Coordinates. Coordinates, this is where you really start to get into radiation stuff, because you start to get into trajectories and like where the particles are going and where they are, so that you know what physical reactions it is that you can cause and control. Where it is a really big deal in radiation. With chemistry, you can usually stick with how it interacts. Just put the solution together and let it all sort itself out with the equation. With nuclear stuff, it's all about like which things are hitting which things and how hard and what byproducts are caused. Perturbative. Yep. Perturbation theory. He has a lot of that in his papers. I think one of the interesting things is looking through this notebook, knowing like, you know, what the future is going to hold for this student, and like that fact that he's going to be an engineer at General Dynamics. Examine ln for values near 1 and examine error. Oh, here's some trig type stuff. There's like sine. This is it. This is the last page of the notebook, and then he continues to completely, utterly dominate math, I guess. It's hard for me to know any different. I'm not, mathematically, I don't have a lot of background. I'm going to try to put this together like I found it. So I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with these yet, and what it is even the proper thing to do with them. Trying to just keep them in a safe environment that is good for all types of paper, and try not to over stress the paper or any of the contents inside, and just try to keep it intact. It's like I said before, it's a piece of history. So this is Jerry's work at Yale through some like I'd say early undergrad mathematic and physics type courses. Although I will say that physics is not really the same kind of discipline that you expect now. I found some dissertations in Jerry's papers, and a lot of times physics degrees are philosophy degrees. You get a doctorate in philosophy in physics. So not all of the programs are even nailed down all the way yet. If you just, I guess you just got it into your head you're going to go into this sort of thing, and then from there people just directed you to whatever program there was. So that's a look into the library of a nuclear physicist. Next time, I'll take you through some other stuff. I think since we've taken a look through one notebook, if they're all the same, like if they all look kind of similar to this, then I'm gonna probably not spend too much time going through them on camera. Instead, I'll just like go through some other books because there's just so much, especially once you get to all of the papers, which are amazing. So there you go. Hit the like button if you liked it. Comment if you have any questions or any information. I'd love to hear it. I don't know how much I can really answer. Um, Honestly, I'm hoping other people out there have more information on this stuff than I do. And subscribe if you want to see more. I plan to keep going through Jerry's library and sharing it with anybody who's interested in this really amazing intersection of science and history. Thanks for watching.